Her boyfriend was shot and killed nearly a year ago during a traffic stop in Falcon Heights.
This morning, Diamond Reynolds is expected to once again take the stand in the trial of Officer Geronimo Yanez. Jurors began hearing testimony yesterday in the trial of Yanez, who has pleaded not guilty to manslaughter in the July 2016 death of Philando Castile. Mary McGuire is covering this trial for us in St. Paul. Mary, Diamond Reynolds is perhaps one of the most important witnesses in this case, besides Officer Yanez himself.
She is. After all, she was the one who took that now infamous Facebook Live video of the immediate aftermath of the shooting. But on the stand so far, she has only talked about her relationship with Philando Castile. She hasn't talked about the exact moments of that shooting, but she will be back on the stand first thing this morning, and that's what we expect to hear from her. Now, she was called to the stand on Monday after the jury was officially seated. Addressing a packed courtroom, Reynolds claimed Castile always carried a gun for protection, saying the couple lived in a high crime area in St. Paul. Reynolds also added that she saw Castile leave home that morning with a firearm in a holster. Now, during opening statements, prosecutors played squad car video never before seen by the public of that traffic stop. You can hear a conversation between Castile and Officer Yanez where Castile says, "Sir, I have to tell you I do have a gun." Yanez says, "Don't pull it out." And then there is a burst of 7 gunshots. The officer then frantically swears and says, "I told him not to reach for it." Now, also in that car was Reynolds' then 4-year-old daughter. In defense opening statements, attorneys for Officer Yanez say that this was a tragedy for both Philando Castile and Officer Yanez, but that a tragedy doesn't necessarily mean that it's a crime. We do expect Officer Yanez to take the stand in his own defense in Ramsey County Court at some point during this trial, Kim.
And Mary, we know that the jury pool was whittled down yesterday and the jury was seated. What can you tell us about the makeup of those 15 jurors?
Well, Kim, it was a very long process. It took all of last week in this trial. It includes 6 women and 9 men. 13 of them are white and 2 are African American.
Of course, 3 of those will be alternate jurors in this. All right, Mary McGuire, thank you. And stay with WCCO and WCCO.com for continuing coverage.